My dear brothers and sisters, with Thanksgiving just days away, I would like to go on a brief excursion, a glimpse at some of the things going on in the soul of this great nation. After 250 years of American history, we are compelled to ask ourselves, has there ever been a nation whose people are so isolated, so distant, so remote from one another? And when I'm walking in the street, when somebody says hello or good morning, it's so rare. I am overwhelmed. And I'd like to try to understand where it's all coming from. And it begins very, very simply with a sweet potato and an apple. And who would imagine or think, but every day we have the everyday miracle of, let's say, 2 apples can exchange for 1 sweet potato. The apple is altogether different. One is a fruit, it grows in a tree, and the other grows in the ground, underground. And yet, by a miracle, their physical attributes have been abstracted from. Their physical abstracts do not matter in the exchange, where so many apples appear can be exchanged for 1 sweet potato. Or even more extraordinarily, what could be more different than the exchange of so many sweet potatoes for a cell phone? Could physical objects be any more different? And yet their physical attributes are abstracted from. And in the marketplace, you'll find that so many hundreds of sweet potatoes, in effect, through the intermediation maybe of paper money, can exchange for a cell phone. This happens every day all around us. But incisively enough, it has happened to us. Our attributes, our souls, our intelligence have been subsumed. We've become abstractions, just like any other commodity on the market. We've become commodified. And that's part of everything has been reduced to exchange of goods. Commodities cast along shadows. People are in the background. They're simply the producers, the creators of commodification. Social distancing did not appear with COVID. We've always had it. Social distancing is just another name for America. A fearful price we pay for loneliness. Ponder obesity. There is no doubt that ultra-processed foods are a leading cause. But what motivates people to stuff their faces? After all, obesity does not just occur overnight, but it occurs over months and over years. Just a glimpse in the mirror, just looking at the outside sizes of clothing that they have to wear, they have to purchase in stores, must bring to their awareness that they're doing something remarkable to themselves. Why do they continue? Why do they consist? Why do they persist? And in my humble opinion, obesity is an outgrowth of the all-pervasive loneliness. It is a desire to return to the state of being a newborn, even a fetus, when everything is prepared for them, when they are cherished and nurtured and hugged and kissed all day long. So when they're feeding themselves, when they are bloating, they are really feeding the bottomless pit of loneliness in the soul of this great nation. Think of it. More than 100 million adult Americans are obese, and more than 22 million adults are severely obese. In all of human history, there is no precedent. There is nothing remotely similar has ever occurred. And as if this was not bad enough, think for a moment of what's happening to children. Ultra-processed food has found its way into school lunches. We marvel at the arrogance of major food companies. It seems that they do not hesitate to foist ultra-processed foods onto young children. Unbelievably, nearly a fifth, 20% of children are obese, a rate nearly 4 times what it was in 1970. The rates are even worse for Black, Latino, and Native American children, and for low-income kids across the United States. Because it is these low-income kids who eat most of the nearly 5 billion school lunches each year served by the federally subsidized school lunch program. So in the face of this, I would like to suggest a new national holiday. There's Labor Day, there's Veterans Day, there's Columbus Day. Why not a day of fasting? Can you imagine? One day out of the year when Americans simply drink water And it would be a day of drinking water, a day of contrition, a day of taking stock, a day of asking ourselves, where are we going? Where is this great nation heading? It may seem strange to talk about fasting with Thanksgiving right around the corner, but 100 million obese Americans demand that we take stock. I'd like to close on a happier note with a sweet potato, carrot, apple juice. Why not? So here, the marvel of California agriculture, there's so much hope left in this world, has produced an organic purple sweet potato. Let's give it a juicing. Purple sweet potato juice. A marvel indeed. Look at the rich color, the rich vital color. It is so alive with life force. And now, some organic carrots. And finally, some heirloom apples. And here we have it. I want to propose a toast. I drink to you and your families and your friends. And I drink to your vitality, to the vitality at the grassroots of this great, great country. I drink to your good sense and sensibility. I drink to your forebears, the greatest generation, who pulled us through the Great Depression only to fight a great war and rid the world of radical evil. My privilege, my honor to share with you, brothers and sisters. You might want to hit the subscribe button down below, maybe even give us a like. We treasure your comments and suggestions. Let us go forward. Thank you for permitting me to share.